Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday, take 2. So I recorded my video this morning. I was so excited. It was such a good, powerful video. It was like right after I meditated, so I was flowing. And I went inside to edit it, and my SD card wouldn't read in my laptop again. So I tried putting it in a couple of other devices, and it would not read. So bump kiss for me, but I'm now making this 30-minute drive to pick up my son from school. And I said, okay, I can go ahead and record my video on the phone. So sorry, I'm driving, but you know, it is what it is. But that's my fault. It's my fault. It's a lesson. I'm learning a lot of lessons the hard way because I'm not listening. Because my spirit been told me to order another SD card because this is not the first time that this has happened to me. And I didn't move fast enough, but you best believe your girl went and ordered one on Amazon today. So we won't have to deal with this again in the future. But today I wanted to talk about mental toughness, okay? And the importance, sorry, this thing is choking me. They drive my car and then they don't put my stuff back the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I want to talk about mental toughness because there's a lot of talk surrounding mental health, right? Mental health issues. And, you know, I do mental health sessions. I work with people. I get to the root of things. You know, I work with your energy. So I feel it is important, but on a healing level. Right now, the way how the world is trying to mold mental toughness is kind of like shaping you or telling you that you have to conform to certain ideals for other people's mental health. But the only mentality that you should be worried about and concerned about is your own, unless you have children, in which case you're responsible for them as well. Okay? Your children chose you to help mold them, to help teach them so that they can be a better person in this world. You are trusted with their mentality, with shaping their mind. And, you know, your mind can be shaped, all right? Because remember, we're talking about mind, not brain. Your brain is not malleable, right? It's physical. You can see it. We can see a person's brain, right? After they pass, or even, you know, if they got to do surgery, you can see a brain, but you cannot see a mind because your mind is energy, all right? So when I ask you, what is mental toughness? Or let's even break that down. Let's say, I want you to picture the toughest thing that you know. When I say tough, what do you picture? Regardless if it's a person or a thing, most of the time, people will picture a object that is sturdy, that is solid, that has proven time and time again that it can hold up against the qualms or the experiences that it is put up against. Okay, I've had many people tell me that I'm tough. They're like, "Oh, you're tough, right? I'm impenetrable, right? You can't break me." So when you think of toughness or mental toughness, that's exactly how you should picture your thought process, because your thoughts come from your mind. You should picture your thoughts as something that is sturdy, that is impenetrable, that can stand up against the test of time, that no one can take and form it or, you know, distort it in any way. If you're mentally tough, you can accept things for as they are. You can see them for as they are. That doesn't mean that you accept it, but you can see it for how it is, and you know that you have the ability to control that thing. It's not the other way around. It's not things control you, it's you control things. So when you are faced with a tough situation or a situation that you can perceive as negative or that you feel is going against the grain, okay? Let's say that you are facing eviction or your lights are about to get cut off, right? The choices that you've made have led up to that point, regardless of what it is, okay? You chose to have a job that didn't pay enough. You chose not to manage your money properly. You chose not to take priority over your obligations, whatever it is. And I'm not being callous, because if you know me or if you've watched my other videos, I've been in that situation. I've been homeless. I've had payday loans. I've had my bills cut off once or twice before, right? In a former life, I've done that. Me and my children. I've been there, okay? And I had to realize and own up and take responsibility for the decisions that I made. However, once I went through those experiences, I now said, okay, I am going to make different choices because I don't want to go through it again. It wasn't fun, right? So I went through the experience. I didn't succumb to it and say, I can't believe this is happening to me. Woe is me. Why me again? Whoa. And I cut the victim mentality. And I said, okay, you know what? This is happening because I didn't do this, or I did this. I took a moment and I sat in it. And I allowed the resolution or the solution to come to me. I allowed myself to really sit here and ponder and say, okay, I got myself into this problem. I can get myself out of it. I can allow myself to correct the situation so I don't have to go through it again in the future. See, remember universal laws. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy can only be transmuted. Energy can only be moved or can only change forms, right? But it cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. So if you are going through a situation, it is not unique to you. It has happened somewhere to someone before. Oh, what a freaking twat. Yeah, look at you, all in the grass. What an idiot. Anyway, it has happened to someone else in some time before, and they probably survived it. But it's hard when you aren't aware of that. It's hard to get out of it when you are stuck in a victim mentality, or when you resort to the predominant energy of what you're used to, which is usually fear, doom, gloom, or victimhood mentality. Somebody come save me, okay? So to be mentally tough, you have to get out of that mentality of someone's coming to save you, because you are your own savior. You are who you are looking for. And if you have gotten yourself into the problem, you can find the solution for yourself. But you have to take a moment, take a breath, and say, okay, you know what? Something is amiss. Something needs to be corrected. Something is not right with what is happening to me. I would like to find the answer and the solution. Let me sit down and let me brainstorm. And sometimes it'll come to you immediately. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. It depends on what vibration you are on, okay? If you remember, again, the universal laws, there's a balance in everything. There's always a polar opposite. For every problem, quotation marks, there is a solution, okay? Always. So you cannot be in a problem or in a situation. You cannot be a vibrational match to a problem and not also be a vibrational match to the solution. It just depends on what you allow yourself to be open to. So in order to be mentally tough, remember, right? In order to, when you picture something that's tough, you picture something that has stood up time and time again. You have to use these experiences or the knowledge for yourself to build the muscle, okay? That's what muscle memory is, where you just kind of do things, boom. Like right now, muscle memory, I'm driving, but I'm not really driving, okay? I know where it is that I have to go. I know the side cuts, the shortcuts, and everything else to get to where it is that I gotta go, right? It's muscle memory. So in order to keep your muscle strong, you have to practice and move in the exact stamina that you want to be in, right? So your default. So if your default, when a tough situation comes up, again, is victimhood, fear, depression, anxiety, that's what you're going to experience every single time. But if you allow yourself to start practicing and exercising the muscle, saying, no, you know what? I can do this. I can overcome this. The solution can come to me. I have overcome every single bad day of my life thus far. And this bad situation that I'm in is just, extra weight, right? When you're working out, if you keep bench pressing the same weight over and over and over again, you're not building any muscles, right? You have to gradually increase it. You have to gradually switch it up so that you can start to build the muscle. So that's the same way with your mental toughness. And it is important now, today, now, more than ever, for us to be mentally tough, because things are changing. This paradigm is crumbling. And a lot of people that like the power, because they live off your power, they live off the power of depression and anxiety and fear and victimhood mentality. They live off that. So if more people start rising above that and realizing, you know what, this is a bunch of BS that I've been going through, I'm going to switch it up and things are going to be better for me, but I have to start exercising XYZ. Now the people who are in power, they're like, well, holy crap, where's my food source going, right? We got to survive too. Okay? So please use your experiences that you've gone through and adapt them to your own unique persona. Adopt them so that you can be a better person. Then apply them to your life so that you can start to build your armor, right? Your fortress. You can start to build that from the inside out. You can start to have a unique, energetic, signature-based suit of armor around you all the time that is stemming from the top of your head, right, from your mind to the tip of your toes. And when you walk out, no one will be able to penetrate that. No one will be able to shift that around or change that around for you, because you have exercised this mental muscle that is now Teflon Don tough. There's a lot of things that can drive us crazy or insane, and it's up to you whether or not you allow it. Okay, I know y'all hear my son, y'all know now you see him, right? That's my 14-year-old son. He's autistic. He can't talk. Sometimes, he laughs because he sees something funny or remembers something funny, I assume. Or he'll cry or he'll have a seizure, right? And I don't know why. I can't attest to it because he can't tell me. Okay? And this is me as, someone who's been in his life consistently for the past 10 years. Not to mention what my husband has to go through mentally with him, right? Our oldest two, when they left our house, they didn't make the best decisions, right? That could have drove us insane, but we exercised our mental muscle so that we didn't drive ourselves insane. And that's just little examples, right? That's just our children. That's something near and dear to my heart, right? But there's so many things that happen every single day that can drive us insane or send us off the Richter, off the deep end. And people always tell us, oh, you make it look easy. But that's because we have developed mental toughness. And if I can do it and my husband can do it and other people that are close in our circle can do it, so can you. Okay? So that is all that I have for you today, Wealthy Family. Thank you for rocking out with me. I appreciate you. Go and be mentally tough. Build your fortress around yourself and don't let anybody penetrate, okay, that Teflon armor that you have within you. Because that's how I said you don't have to put it on. You're not putting it on. It's in you. It's in you already. You can build it from the inside out, okay? All right. I love you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.